All right, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening. One more time, this is Radio Biafra USA2. We are broadcasting live from New York under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, deputized by UCHMF4. And we gathered again this morning, and we're going to discuss issues. Today with me in the studio, I'm going to have to bring in a very special guest. I went to New Jersey yesterday, and I met this Reverend Father who wished. In fact, he actually said something at the meeting, and I actually requested that I was going to call him in this morning to please tell us exactly what he said at the meeting, because I want the world to listen to this man. I mean, I listened to him yesterday. I was so moved, and I personally asked him that I was going to bring him into the studio this morning, and he obliged. So later on the program, before we run in the next 30 or 25 minutes, I'll bring him in. But meanwhile, yesterday I went through my archives, and I'm talking about my collection of clips. And I ran into most of our people, the people that think that are saboteurs in our midst. Today, some of them are reaping the reward of what they did. I first came into the clip of our jailed brother. I call him our brother because he's still a Biafran, regardless. Ojus Okalo sent to jail for embezzlement. That's what they called it. We didn't say he was. I didn't. Like I said, I don't know who embezzled and who didn't embezzle. But what we know is that physically, looking out there, they didn't do well in their administration, and then they turned against us. Turning against us, thinking that these people are going to, the Fulani man will never forgive you. No matter what you do, all your names are listed out. All of you one by one. Even Fanabaka will go to jail. Just watch. All of them, they'll pick them up one by one, unless this thing ends today. Because they are already at Atago Hamwebune. So Haji Biogwa, there's nothing they can do about it. None of them will escape it, honestly. From Obiano down to whoever, all of them listen to this.
Challenges being posed by these people.
Which people? Call their name.
The Southeast governors met yesterday and resolved as follows. All activities of IPOB are hereby proscribed. What that means is that all activities. That means you cannot gather for a meeting, anything under the name of IPOB. More so, the federal.
I want you to pay attention. He didn't say the government. He said all the Southeast governors met yesterday and decided that IPOB. So they are the ones that prescribed IPOB, not the federal government of Nigeria.
Government, I think 2 days ago, has now classified, just like they did for Boko Haram, they now classified IPOB as a terrorist organization.
Very good.
Again, that has a big influence. When you are called a terrorist, it goes with a stigma. What that means is that if you are arrested,
that carries a big influence. Our governor and so terrorizing them because it has a big influence. What's that? I'm ready for you. It's lost of words.
They can keep you in detention for 100 days, 200 days, 1 year.
Is that what you call influence?
So you've lost the liberty.
That is what they call influence, Abby. I not go school well, but I think that word influence not get anything to do with what we're talking. You're talking about consequences, not influence. But the point is that that's not the issue. The issue is that it was you, the governors. All of you are going to pay for it one by one. I hope our people are right, because these things are all in video. We are going to play them for you on your trial, because we'll hang all of you. That kind of line. Just do what you have to do now. Listen to this other one. These are a bunch of red cap men. Listen to them. These are a bunch of white cap men now, our leaders. Just listen to them. Your pictures are here, all of you. We see all of you, all your faces. It is time for you to change. Opportunity to change. There's still time, because the time is coming when the gate is closed. Like I'm saying this, I am airing these clips because they are all to tell you that we save them. We have them in our collection. You can't deny any of those things, because we see you with your finger, akanchawa that you're going to. You see, there's no doubt about it. Listen to this one.
Where are we going? What is the fate of this country? Shall we continue to experience the bad luck? We need change. As I'm speaking with you, most of our civil servants did not celebrate their Christmas. The Christmas season that should be a good luck season became a bad luck time for our Nigerians. Forgetting not that very soon, from 3rd January, the students will go back to school. And the parents are going to pay school fees. From where? Are they going to use their urine to pay? Are they going to use their urine? But you have to drink. Where is the good water? Even if they are going to use their urine. Are they going to use their stool to pay the school fees of their children? You have to eat well now to defecate. I mean that every prophetic voice in this country should open. All the muzzled voices should open. Even if you were bought over, drop whatever they have given you and speak for the destiny of these our children. What is the fate of our children? Tears may fill my eyes. Watching our young men, our graduates, hopelessly walking along the streets.
Yeah, these are the people that it was. I don't want to go further with that because I don't have time. I have to call in our Reverend Father who's going to speak to us this morning. His father Augustine. He will come in. He will introduce himself, and we'll listen to him, because these other people that I just played their clip just to remind you that the enemy in our midst. Oh, but the time will come. Like the father said yesterday, he made very, very good talk yesterday that I very much enjoyed, and that was why I obliged him and asked him if he can come in and be with us this morning. I hope he's going to pick up, because I made this special arrangement. I know it's very early in the morning, but good morning, Father. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, this is Radio BiafraUSA2. You're on the air. Please talk to us. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
Wow, good morning. Nice talking to you, Peters, and
the world,
and to my fellow Biafrans.
Yes,
all over the world. My name is Reverend Father Augustine Odimegwa. Father Odimegwa comes from Orauku. Orauku is in Idemili province, Anambra State of Biafra land. I agreed with Peters that I was going to talk to our people today. Why? Because there are a lot of things that have been going on back home in Nigeria that our people seem, for some strange reasons, not to be aware of, or for some strange reasons decided to be silent or quiet about, as they take unprecedented dimension day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. So when we had the end of the year party yesterday, I shared some of them, and I was requested to discuss them over the phone on Radio Biafra.
Yes.
And I had to oblige because we really have to wake up to some of these realities. So before I begin, let me thank the Almighty God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for the success we have made so far, IPOB has made in this struggle for the restoration of Biafra. It's not an easy road. We all know that. It's a very dogged road. But it is only by the grace of God that we have made tremendous progress in the process of restoring our country, Biafra. Because that is the only option we have right now to have our Biafra. No other option is viable enough. No other alternative. And we thank God for this achievement so far. We thank God for our Onion Duma Nnamdi Kanu. We must condole with him on the death of his parents and asking God to console the family. We know it's a very huge load on the family, especially Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself. And we ask God to console them and give them the spirit to bear the loss. And still remain focused in what we are all collectively fighting for, which is the restoration of Biafra. I also wish to commend every single Biafran IPOB members who are fighting for this restoration. People have made the ultimate sacrifice, giving up their lives. It will never be in vain.
Amen.
People are sharing their ideas. Ideas rule the world. They are working daily to make sure that we overcome. I also commend those who are saying prayers privately, those who are contributing in one way or another for this struggle. It is true that the mind rules the world. At the same time, it is also true that the spirit conquers the world. The type of spirit that is guiding the IPOB members all over the world is this type of spirit that will be able to conquer anything. It doesn't matter what it is. There is no doubt that our enemies, the Fulanis, are dangerously getting close to their goal. The goal of Fulanization and the Islamization of the entire country, Nigeria, especially the eastern part of Nigeria. As dogged as they are, our spirit is more dogged than whatever AK-47 they are using. And we must win because we have a superior argument. We are founded on truth and justice and fairness. And there is never a time in the history of humanity when vice will overcome the virtue. That has never happened. Nor will bad overcome good. Goodness will always reign supreme. We are standing on the side of truth and justice. And ipso facto, we are guided by the grace of Almighty God, Chukwu Okike Abiama. Now, at the same time, we must not underestimate the effort these people are making, the Fulani. Since Buhari came into power, we have watched a very, very fast-paced, aggressive attack on Christians all over the country. It didn't come overnight, like Pastor Bosun would tell us. The Muslims plan 20, 30 years ahead of time. Matter of fact, by the time you see them saying something or implementing something, know that they have already gone halfway. When Buhari came into power, little did any of us notice that it took him months before he appointed cabinet ministers. I think about 6 months or thereabouts, which has never happened in the history of that country to the best of my knowledge. Nobody paid attention to it. And the question is, what was going on that time? One man ruling the country for months. We never paid attention to it. We didn't know what was going on. We were kept in suspense. But definitely the right-thinking minds were already wondering what was going on, that something must be fishy. There is no doubt that within that period, once they got in the power, they sat down behind the curtains to map out their strategies for which Buhari came to office. It took them time, and they didn't care how much time it took them. When he appointed the chiefs, whatever you call them, the chief of army staff, the chief of navy, the chief of all that, all those parastatals in the government, we appointed them. We were looking at the list, and what do we see? We are seeing more than 90% of them from the Fulanis. Aha. That was why it took them time to start appointing these ministers. They have just completed their homework, and they started unveiling it. When he appointed all these Fulanis as the heads of all the government parastatals, what did we do? Nothing. We were expecting the labor, what do you call them, the labor organization, to have protested. We were expecting people to have asked serious questions and possibly call for serious reaction. No, they did not do anything. They were testing their waters. They already have their plans mapped out, unveiling them one after another, and watching out to see what will be the reaction of the people. Nobody reacted. Buhari removed the Chief Justice of the nation, Justice Onehan. Wanted to see what would be the reaction. The NBA did nothing. The judiciary did nothing. Nobody went on strike. It was completely unconstitutional. Yet, the people who were supposed to do something did nothing. They were testing their waters, one step at a time. Soon, we were told about the Enugu airport. It had a problem. The same time Abuja airport had a problem, Abuja was repaired immediately. And I think one other airport in Kaduna also. The data of Enugu was suspended. Why? They said there is no money. How much are we talking about? About 6 billion naira. But they were comfortable enough to toss out 100 billion naira to Niet Allah. But there's no 6 billion naira to repair the Enugu International Airport, the only international airport in eastern Nigeria. They wanted to see what would be the reaction of the people. Not much. A few who reacted, they assured them that by December, the airport will be up and running. See, today, Enugu Airport is shut down. And in all honesty, I would think it's going to be indefinite, because they are not interested in the welfare of Enugu Airport. They are interested in circumventing our people. They are unfolding their plan. Meanwhile, none of the seaports in Biafra land is working. They are closed. They are testing their waters. They're not giving the significant and required reactions to all these things. They came up with RUGA. Surprisingly, I was discussing with somebody about a month ago, and to my greatest embarrassment, this is a learned guy here in the US. He was asking me, what is this RUGA thing about? I said, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you serious? I said, seriously, to be honest with you, I have not paid attention to all these things they are saying, they are blah, 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 blah. I said, neither am I going to tell you. Go on the Google and search for RUGA.
Yes.
Because I am so disappointed to hear this from you. The issue of RUGA came up. And now people thought we fought it and defeated it. Forget it. Today, RUGA is already established in Eastern region. Enugu State has 11 official RUGA settlements. Enugu State alone. Official. So even before ever they started talking about RUGA, it has been implemented. Thanks to our governors who helped them to make it work. And yet, those of us who knew what was going on, how much did we do? Little to nothing. These guys are testing their waters. And today we have them yet Allah in all the governments, state governments in the Eastern region, running the government for us. A terrorist organization, war-renowned terrorist organization. They are running this. And yet we are still thinking about colonization and the colonization of Nigeria. It is already in place. Look at the border, Cotonou border. Why would you close such a busy border? It's against the ECOWAS Treaty. But they closed it because it is the next source of livelihood for the Easterners. A lot of shipments from overseas go through Cotonou because Lagos is already too congested. You ship something through Lagos, it takes you months before it comes out. You ship it through Cotonou, it comes out in a matter of weeks, and you clear your goods. They closed it against ECOWAS Treaty. Under normal circumstances, one would expect the Association of Traders in Lagos to hire a very powerful law firm to fight it on the ECOWAS level and get it reopened. No, nothing like that happened. These guys are testing their waters and circumventing our people every blessed day. And here we are watching it. One would expect that the human rights lawyers would have mobilized themselves and challenged this. It's a very simple case. We all know that. No, till today, the Cotonou border remains closed. You can imagine thousands and thousands and millions of dollars worth of goods that are languishing there right now. Because you cannot ask an international shipping line to transport your goods from Cotonou to Lagos. It doesn't work that way. It's just like asking an international flight, Lufthansa, because you are stranded in Lagos, to transport you from Lagos to where airport. It doesn't work like that. And so all those goods dumped in Cotonou are wasting away there. All to stifle our people. And we are not doing anything. And they keep moving one step at a time. Look at the issue of ID card, national ID card. It was condemned across the board, but they are implementing it today. The checkpoints, they are searching people every blessed day in eastern Nigeria. You go to the north, people have it, but you don't see any checkpoints in the north. where we have Boko Haram and all these terrorist organizations. We are not challenging them. ISIS of all organizations is present in Nigeria, and they're acting. Why? Because the federal government is clearing way for all these organizations to come. They want to Islamize and Islamize our people. What touched me so much was the fact that the whole Chief Justice of the Federation is going around campaigning for Sharia law to be taught in all the higher institutions in Nigeria. Sharia law. So on one side we have civil law, and in the same institution we have Sharia law. And he was even bold enough to ask that Sharia law be taught in Arabic. What a shame. We have one common language, which is English. Why would Arabic be brought into the higher institutions? Why? Because we have not reacted. We are not reacting. We are not doing anything. We are not protesting. We are not. The little protests coming from the IPOD members, the governors and Southeast politicians, called them terrorists, as we had on the tape a few minutes ago on this Radio Biafra. They ganged up the only body that could save and fight for people. We, their people, mobilized ourselves, and in the governors and the Southeast politicians mobilized themselves, sat down, and declared the only organization that gives us hope, a terrorist organization, IPOB. It is difficult to comprehend. But lo and behold, my brothers and sisters, it is the reality on the ground. And today, the Fulanis are systematically completing the agenda of Fulanization and Islamization of this country, called Nigeria. The other thing that made me shaking, that got me shaking, was the move made by the president recently. He went to Egypt, not to the government of Egypt, but to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, one of the most radical Muslim organizations in the world. They are so radical that even Egyptians rejected them in their government. And our government is reaching out to them to solicit their help in bringing all the Muslims and Fulanis into Nigeria without a visa come 2020. When I saw this, I said, this is taking an unprecedented dimension. And it is better imagined than experienced. When millions of people will be loaded in Dangote trailers, and they are coming into Southeast to dump them, the numbers will be overwhelming for our people. My dear brothers and sisters, if anybody is still in doubt whether the Fulanization and Islamization agenda is in progress, the person must rethink. We saw it on social media, somewhere in Niger, so-called Niger Delta, or I think Sapele or so. A group of Fulanis, Muslims, blocked a major road in the name of saying their prayers, and a fleet of cars, both in front and at the back, were waiting for them to finish their prayers. The Okada people, the Keke people, everybody was stuck in the middle of a major road in the name of saying their prayers. Something they cannot do in the corner. They are doing it in Biafra land. and getting away with it. Why? Because for some strange reason, we have chosen not to do anything. And they are systematically perfecting their plan for which Buhari was brought into power. In all honesty, I don't mean to scare us, but the truth must be told.
Yes.
What we are experiencing now is unprecedented. If Turkey was overcome after 1,000 and some change years of Christianity, the homeland of St. Paul, the churches, the founding churches of Christianity were in Turkey. If the Muslims were able to overrun Turkey, nobody can underestimate what they can do in any place at all, no matter how sophisticated you may be. Unfortunately, when you discuss some of these things with our people, some of them, oh no, it's not possible. Not how can it's not possible? No, it's not possible. We better come to our senses and know that it is as possible as anything, because they have already gone very far. What shall we do? In all honesty, I have thought so much about this. And one of the things that consoled me was what happened in Ebony State a few weeks ago, not too long ago. A bus load of Fulanis were brought in and dropped off at a point in Ebony State. And the vigilante people were alerted. And they came out and said, no. Bus driver, you're not dropping all of these people in our place.
Yes.
You take them back from where you got them. The vigilante group in that place, and they stood their ground. Because the dogged spirit must always conquer any situation. Doesn't matter what instrument you have. They stood their ground and told the bus driver, you are taking these people back from where you got them. Even those Fulanis were begging, they were old, some of them were old, and they didn't pay attention. They told the bus driver, going nowhere, put these people back in your bus and take them back. And what did they do? The bus driver took them back, and they escorted the bus driver as far as the border of Benue State. They made sure that he took them past Benue State, past Biafra land. And they came back. My dear brothers and sisters, we must start doing something like that in our land if we have the hope of making it. Inasmuch as we commend IPOB and the leadership of IPOB in the international diplomatic negotiations that they are undertaking, believe you me, if this overwhelming influx of Fulanis and Muslims from around Africa were to happen come 2020, it might be too late for any international intervention before they overwhelm us. We must be doing something on the local level. And from all the inquiries and questions and the suggestions I've gotten from people, we must fortify our vigilante groups in all the towns and villages. We have to fortify them, motivate them, and let them stand their ground. If any group of people are coming into your town, you don't know them, insist on them going back. If you feel that you'll be overwhelmed as a village, as a town, organize yourselves into vigilante group, so that if it is happening in this town, 2 or 3 other towns can come and help you to get the people out. But we cannot continue to allow this to happen. A soldier would rather die with a bullet on his chest than with a bullet on his back. There's only one life to live and one death to die. And like I said, we would rather die like soldiers than die like cowards. something has to be done, because something is better than nothing.
Yes.
The no action our people have chosen all this while is yielding nothing and isn't magnifying the danger that is coming to us. We have to do something. And so far, one single idea that seems to be flying my mind is this idea of fortifying our vigilante groups in the villages. This is Christmas time. If we're having meetings in our respective towns and villages, one of our primary agenda must be, how do we fortify these vigilante groups to protect our lands and make sure that no intruders come in, even through the back door, bush or no bush, forest or no forest. We have to do it. It's not an option at this point in time. It is the only option. And if any politician is becoming an obstacle, we as a people must stand up to them. They already know that they have failed. They have failed woefully, and they will continue to fail until we get our Biafra. As for my brothers and sisters who I know overseas, the nonchalant attitude and laissez-faire attitude we have had so far is very, very disappointing. We know better. We are more exposed. We can understand the trend of things. We can put one and two together and understand what's going on. But for some strange reason, some of our people are so daft that they don't even have a clue what is going on. And some have no time. They're working 2-3 jobs. Very good. You have to take care of your family. But this one, you cannot be building for a family that will be destroyed tomorrow. You must make sure that your land is secure. I don't want to go through the history of Israelites. They were very comfortable all over the world until their land was overtaken. And they felt there, why would it didn't bother them much until they started being persecuted all over the world. And the Holocaust was the climax. And they realized they need to have a home. They started fighting for it. And today, they're still fighting to make their home a home. Like that. They are brothers and sisters. We must make sure that we don't allow these people to overrun our place. Our people say, there is a very symbiotic relationship between those outside and those at home. And we must not lose that tie, because it is through their prayers that we are succeeding abroad. And as such, we must be aggressively involved in fighting this aggression that is coming to overrun us. We must continue by creating awareness. I am appealing to every member of IPOB. We must swallow any time of personal elements. We must aggressively reach out to our people, because a lot of our people have no clue what is going on. We must start a very aggressive evangelization all over. Both those who want to hear about Biafra and IPOB or not, we must get them to understand. Because in the thing that they do, they don't understand what is going on. They hear about this and that, all pockets of incidents going on in Nigeria, but they cannot connect the dots. We have to connect the dots for them so that they understand the magnitude of the problem. And believe you me, some of them who were there at the end of the year party yesterday understood a little bit of what's going on, and they were moved. That is what we have to do. We have to let our people understand what is involved to this restoration of Biafra. And it is an agenda every one of us will take so much to heart. I was telling a group of young guys during the summer. They were like, oh, they have no idea what's going on. And after a while, one of them was like, you know what? These have, I don't like hearing Nigerian news and all that. So I told them, think about this situation. The Fulanis are dealing with our people at home. When they finish with them, they will come after us. Those are abroad. And our own case is very simple. And I told them, think of this. Supposing you go to the Nigerian embassy to renew your passport, and they tell you there are no booklets, what do? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, no booklets. And meanwhile, Yorubas are renewing their passports and getting new passports and leaving the office. Do you start to fight the embassy? For what? Then we get every one of us stranded overseas because no flight will carry you without sufficient immigration papers. We will be stranded overseas while they are finishing our people back home, and there's nothing we can do. What will be more painful than that? And I was asking them, they were moving at me. I said, what will be more painful than that? That you cannot even go home to help your people. Because you are stranded. When you are supposed to pay attention, you didn't pay attention. And so I'm leaving it to each and every one of us, listening to the Radio Biafra. We have to do something and do it urgently because we are running out of time. These people are very aggressive and we must match force with force. It is good to pray. A lot of people are praying. But faith without good work is dead. No amount of prayer without doing something sufficient will save us. We have to pray. While some people are praying, something has to be done on the ground in terms of matching force with force. Because this is a matter of survival of a people. I thank you guys. I thank you, Peters, for giving me this time. This is the first time I'm calling on Radio Biafra. But in all honesty, I think the truth must be told.
Yes, thank you.
So that if you change 1 or 2 hearts, yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
and
much.
God bless.
God bless you too. All right, that was our Reverend Father. Like I said, I met him yesterday at the end of the year meeting of IPOB in New Jersey, and I honestly asked him to please call the radio. If you can do that, he said, I've been trying to call, but the line doesn't go through. I said, no, this time you're going to be my guest, so I'm going to call you to make sure that you send out this message. Because, you see, he made some vital points. Talking about our vigilante. Be on the lookout. Watch the people around you. You know communities the way we live. We know strangers. We're not saying that we don't want strangers, but when they come in large quantity like that, hey, there's something. Just take them back where they come from. I'm telling you, Dangote is doing a good job. Like somebody was even telling me yesterday, he's trying to send in trucks to either evacuate. And the person, I said, well, if he's evacuating, that's cool. You should take them and evacuate them and take them away. But whatever happens, it is not a joke anymore. Especially for those of us in diaspora. You know, he said things that are so scary. What if you go in tomorrow, they change the passport, yours is not valid anymore, and you want another one, and you don't get it, and you stay here, and they are killing people at home, and you are seeing it in CNN, Al Jazeera, they are telling you how many people they are killing, and you can't go. Then, money face. No matter how little, no matter how, some of us say, you don't give a damn about home. Yeah, right. Don't worry about it. You don't give a damn about them because, you know why? You still think you can go and come back, go there and show off the money that you don't have. Show them that you have made it when you actually have not. When you don't have that opportunity anymore, then you start thinking. I listened to him yesterday where I was sitting down quietly and he was talking. I became emotional. I was thinking in my heart. I said, I hope if we get people like this that think this way, because you know how people with most people are so dead. Need something to keep them up. They are getting ready every day, every single day. All they're thinking about is coming to occupy. This is Radio Biafra USA. Number 347-406-9953 is the line for the principal officers and the ladies. So call us when you're ready to make your calls. The line is now open for each and every one of you to make your call. But remember what he said is food for thought. When you're calling me here, I want you, if you have listened to this, Reverend Father, because you see this program, particularly his clip, I'm going to bring it back sometime, and because there are so many things, there are so many things that we have to think about. The vigilante, they staying in diaspora and say it doesn't concern you. Somebody who's educated, like he was saying, a learned person is asking him, what is the meaning of Ruga? What's all this about Ruga? He is supposed to be educated, quote and unquote. These are not the days you ask people, what about this? Go to Google and you see what you want. All right, I have a call coming in. Let me take this call. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, my Peters.
Welcome to the program.
God bless you, my Peters. My name is Mazoka. I'm calling from Oka, Mambla, Biafra land. I want to appreciate your guest, our Reverend Father from New Jersey. I've watched his interview in the Facebook, and exactly what he said, just that he portrayed much on what he said today. I want God to continue to strengthen him, and I want God to touch the heart of our men, both in the international community and here back home in Biafra land, that our people should be woken up to this kind of very sermon. So this is a sermon from a Reverend Father. I want to reverend my leader, Hamadike Mazi Namjoku Kano, and his team, those around him, assisting him in every angle. I want to really commend the entire family of IPOB across the globe. May God continue to strengthen all of us. Like you just said, this very clip has to be repeated, especially in the evening in Biafra land. That's 7 p.m. Biafra time. Very important, because at this very time that you make this speech, this is 16 minutes past 1 p.m. here in Biafra land. A lot of people are in their duty places and may not have the opportunity to really listen to this very clip. That's the first point. I equally want to ask, I've endured so much to know if Mazi Bajoni will still come on air. But all this while, I haven't been hearing from him. I don't know what is happening. I want our people to be updated. This kind of program, this kind of clip should be repeated during George Oniwe's program, because that's the time when people are home from work. And any program within that time is always a very hot one, because that's when people will relax at home and listen to the program. Thank you, Mazi Kitas. I want to actually add to what our Reverend Father said concerning our vigilante. If such vigilante is not being arranged by family members of IPOB, then it's not a vigilante. The very one you saw on Facebook in Ebonyi State, frankly speaking, is not going to be the normal local vigilante. The governors in our land had hijacked these people. They call it neighborhood watch. What they do, if most of those guys you see in neighborhood watch, they are the ones the governors use in terrorizing our people. So it has to be defined. Vigilante in this very regard has to be defined. If you call it normal vigilante, the one we have in Biafra land, all of them are being bought over by our useless state governors. That is the truth on ground. So we just have to define the vigilante that our people are going to use to at least, not just at least to resist the effort of this wicked felony. That is the fact on ground. Yes. As I equally want to actually address the issue of our struggle concerning IPOB, both home and abroad. A lot of us are out there saying we are hardcore IPOB, but at the end of the day, if somebody will make this observation, I am a principal officer in my own capacity in my unit. The fact remains that most of us will come to the meeting, listening, they come to yen for information. At the end of the day, the little token will contribute to fast forward this very struggle. A lot of them will not pay their dues, their normal, regular dues, not to talk of if there is incidents where we need to pay extra money to see that some issues are being handled. The fact remains that I was so shocked when our brother, Mazo Bidobienu, was lamenting concerning this very contribution that even abroad, I was so shocked that people who call themselves IPOBs, look at the danger ahead. We are being surrounded by enemies. The fact remains that even the land of Israel, as it didn't say, are never the kind of the intensity of the enemy that surround Biafra, especially at this moment when God has sent a leader. In fact, they are just waiting like a lion to burst over us and devour us. We have so much that they have intensified their effort to make sure that we are being swallowed forever. And our people who call themselves IPOB, we come to meetings. You will see, like in my unit, on a particular meeting, you will see over 100 persons. But at the end of the day, if you calculate those that paid their national dues, you will find out that they are less than 40. The remaining over 70 will not pay. IPOB members. My brother, we trust that God will never abandon his people. Yes. But our people have to stand up and do the needful. Like Peter, most times I'm always so disappointed. So disappointed. There are people you see when we are discussing serious issues in the meeting, you see them making kind of suggestions that's not related to what we are doing. Those are distractors. So we need to call upon us, those of us who are hardcore, those of us who claim that we are IPOB, do the right thing. How can you convince an outsider to join the struggle when you, an insider, is not doing what you're supposed to do? If I continue saying, I will not allow other people to talk, but at this very juncture, may God continue to bless our leader.
Thank you.
And his team. And may God continue to bless every serious-minded IPOB member across the globe. Remember Zoka for calling from Oka.
Thank you very much, Mazi. About the clip, I will try to see if George Ojibe, I'll be able to send it out to the other stations for you. I know your point is that there's a very good time for people. I really need people to listen to that clip. It's very emotional. I want people to listen to it. If they're at place of work now, it's no problem. I will see whoever there are, all of the rest of them, I will send it across to them, and believe me, I want them to listen to it and then put it back on air for others to hear. All right, let me see. I have a call coming in. I'm sorry, it just dropped off. I had a call coming in on WhatsApp. Please call us back. I'm trying to pick up that call, and the call went dead. So what I was trying to say in a nutshell is that I will be able to send it across to the other platforms for them to be able to air it. If this is not a very good time for you to listen to it, I know that a lot of people are at work actually based on the time difference, but it does not matter. The truth is that, and what you spoke about vigilante being hijacked by the government, we are aware of that. We know that, but you know what? Don't worry about it. Because amongst them, there are those that they are hijacking. They are hijacking what they are hijacking, but the people, the human beings there in that thing, the members of IPOB are in there too. So vigilante is very, very important. Let's not wait until they because they will not get away from it. You think they're going to stop it? No, they are going to organize. But who are they going to organize? Where are they going to get the vigilante men? Are they going to go outside Biafra land to find them? No. They're still going to get people within the Biafra land to do it. So what we are saying is that it's very important. And for those of us in diaspora, I don't even know where to start. Because yesterday he said something that made sense to me. There will come a time we will force you to wake up. You don't just sit down there and feel nonchalant about this thing. Only an idiot at this point in time will think that this is a joke. It is not a joke. I know I will offend Kupu. Those of us overseas, I'm telling you the truth. I know I have never carried Nigerian passport in a long time. I don't have it. I had no need for it. I've had bad experience with it, so I don't think I want to even involve myself in any way. Like I said, I spoke to a lawyer because my American passport, it said place of birth Nigeria. I am still fighting it. I'm going to pay for it to make sure they take that thing off my passport. I was born in Biafra land. I was born in Calabar, and my parents are from Newi, so I'm still a Biafran person. I'm going to fight it legally. I'm going to get it. I trust you because the lawyer that is working on this he assured me. All we need to do is go to court, and the court will say yes, he has a legitimate right to do it. Because I don't want that name Nigeria in my passport. It's a stigma. It's a problem, honestly. So, imagine those of you who are depending on that passport. One day they're going to change it, and then they will refuse to give you another one. You are stranded. They'll be killing your people. You'll not be able to go. You'll not be able to do anything. Even if it is possible for them to even block off the telephone line, they will. So let us wake up. Let us not allow this to happen because we are getting there. It is going to happen. Very, very close. When all of a sudden Nigeria that cannot feed its people are now talking about having a visa free. You can come in wherever you come from. Oh yeah? To Nigeria. And you think they are talking to other Africans? No, they are talking to Fulanese. A man from Ghana, unless he's mad, cannot come and live in Nigeria. Ghana is good. Cotonou, they are okay. These people are okay. They have no reason to come to Nigeria to live. So they are opening the border for those from Niger Republic that will come in and dominate your place. How can you just go? People who don't have countries that even give you visa, they ask you questions at the visa and where you go to receive a visa. What do you do for a living? Of what you use? What's the benefit? What use? You've come into my country, yes, okay. What are you going to bring to my country? You're not just coming to take. You have a job where you are, yes, that's a qualification because you go back to your work. These ones are bringing nomads, people with cattle that have nothing, nothing at all. It's becoming a dumping ground. Let's take a call. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. My name is Ozemena. Ozemena is from Umobom, in Idaton, in Imo Province, Biafra land. I want to thank you, Mazi, for your effort toward this radio station. Whenever I come to this radio station, I don't hear the voice of all these our presenters, Najo or Mezi, because whenever you don't listen to Radio Biafra, guy, you are losing enough. Bless all the principal officers of IPOB worldwide, especially our leader, Mazin Namdekano, and our deputy, and all the head of director of the state. Mazin, you know, this our reverend said, or this reverend father, because I have heard him before speaking at New Jersey during that time, the visit of our leader. He's a very hardcore IPOB. Especially, he's a true man of God, because whenever a man of God speaks, you will hear the voice of God from him. He is saying a true something about this vigilante, because that is very, very important. I know already we have a vigilante. We have Agune Chamber. I already know that we have a vigilante, but we need to equip them, really, really equip them for what is going to come, because there is war ahead. There is a serious war ahead, because you see, this Alamajiri, they have opened all the borders for all the border they have opened is for all the Fulanis all over the world. It's not just for Africans, as he's just said it. He is opening the border for all the Fulanis all over the world to come to Nigeria and conquer their homeland, as Usman Danfodio instructed Ahmadu Bello and co. So, Biafrans, we have to know that we are on war with these people, and the war, the main war is coming ahead of 2020. That 2020 is the time to Agane Buzimar can a walk. Agane Mano get our village, finish the whole villages. Fulani already the whole villages where women had the hammer. So we have to rise up and do the needful for now. For all our brothers, you know, can you hear what our Reverend Father said? For all our brothers in diaspora, they are feeling reluctant as if nothing happens.
I know.
You have traveled from that zoo country and come to a civilized place where you live and experiencing how government is supposed to be working. Mas, can you believe that this place you can leave your door open and sleep and wake up, that nothing will lost in your room? Our leader said it in the last broadcast. That what do you think that foreign countries, they used to pay those allowances they used to pay for people is for everybody to be living fine, so that nobody will have the time to come and rob you. But our people, they are not listening. You are claiming you are intellectual, you are this one, you are this, that, but there is no sense inside your brain. Ijego obodo Igbo fu ihe ndị na-eme obodo Igbo fu ka esi wee rụọ skyscraper at ebe niile, fu ka esi wee rụọ main road, fu ka esi wee rụọ kuruta, fu ka esi wee rụọ bridge and all the government offices and everywhere in aga, fu ka security si wee dị, but none of them are in your whole house. In your own homeland, you have none of them. He's not even touching you. All you know is to work and get paid, make money. If you come home, you need to put it with a little money you have. While the people you are in their own country, none of them are traveling to your own country. In fact, I pity some of our brothers. Some of them, some of their brain. When you come to think about them, some of them have sold their souls. They would want to live out. They want to live in foreign land for the rest of their life. Think about Turkey. What happens to Turkey if Islam can take Turkey and turn Turkey to Islam? Who is Biafra? Turkey have experienced Christianity for more than thousands upon thousands of years. But they came and turned Turkey to whatever they want to do. Talkless of Biafran land. It is only IPOB and only Biafra that will save us. Our leader used to say it all the time. It is only Biafra that will save us. Except Biafra. We are gone. Oh. Except Biafra, we are gone. So it's better we rise up now and get what belongs to us, or we all be perished. Our national anthem said it. We must defend our lives, or we must be perished. If we fail to defend our life, Biafrans, we will be perished. So this is the right time to wake up and defend our land. Do whatever you have to do. Do the needful. Wherever you are, go to your meetings. Do whatever you have to do. It's true that everything is very hard, but a little contribution you have to, you have. Try to contribute it so that we will move this ship forward to get our Biafra land. Thank you, Max, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still on, taking calls 646-920-4541, 247-347-241-9768, 929-406, 9953. All right, I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, my Peter.
Welcome to the program.
Oh, yeah, Biafra. Oh, yeah, Biafra. May God bless our leader, bless our deputy. My name is Christian, calling from
Welcome to the program.
That man that speak last, that man that speak, he bring in, he speak very well. See what is going on in that in Nigeria. The people that are going to be the consequence, the consequence of that is we that going speaking out every day. Conscience, our conscience say that look at something that's going to happen to us. But our IPOB at home, sir, to God who made me, since these days, I value these people 100%. I regard them in my life. Our IPOB at home, they are great people, honestly speaking. Those guys, they have done something. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do about those guys? They are doing a great job. They've done everything good. So this is my point. Those boys, they need the help. They need the help urgently because these guys have exposed to the lab. And what they have said is what is going to being done. These guys now, I'm talking about of this travel of this Jubril to Egypt. This is where I'm going towards now because that man going there to Egypt is a Jubril. He travel, he consult one meeting with double cap. But we know what this addition are doing to us. But all they are going to be in Lagos, even this rain want to happen, Lagos is going to be becoming a population area. ever in life, honestly speaking. But nobody will went free into this kind of rubbish they are putting us into. You're going to this Aswani people. All these guys now are foreign Arab. They are trained. All these ISIL where they pursue from Syria and Libya up. They have already trained themselves in Southern Mali or this. Now what they do now, they give them visa to come. How they going to come? They come to our land and stand there and bear us pick their arms. And our IPOB people have given us information that there is a place these people are loading arms for their camps, for their mosques, everywhere. So we have to do something for our brothers.
Thank you.
Did you see? Yes, sir. Did you see when these people, 200 ISIS in stuff from England to Syria, they did not go there with arms. But when they reach there, they arm themselves. This is what they want to do to us with this visa free they are giving. We should remain arm ourselves now, nothing like anything resolute. The fire, they are at our daughter. Thank you. God bless you.
Bless you.
God bless you.
There well. Thank you very much. All right, yeah, I'll make your point. And 646-920-4541 still the number here. 347-241-9768 929-406-9953. We're still taking calls. Like our brother have just said, they come in here empty-handed, and when they get in here, they are armed. But we have to prepare ourselves. What the Reverend Father said that is touching me, and I'm still stressing on it, is that those of us in diaspora, do not sit down there and think that everything is okay. It is not okay. This is call. Let's take a call this time from WhatsApp. Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, good afternoon from the
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name remains Pastor Jack, and I'm calling from Lagos this afternoon. I big greetings to all the from wherever you are listening from this very moment. I say in the name of the Lord we pray today. At the same time, I want to appreciate our leader who has come this very time in order to be great to his people, because we are in the shadow of darkness. And the worst scenario is, just like the Reverend Father who just said, our people are lukewarm. They have this lukewarm attitude. Anybody who can be able to get a little money to feed himself will be able to think all is well. They don't think about freedom. Handful of people are the ones suffering and fighting for the collective freedom of everybody. It's so unfortunate. Yes, to continue from where our Reverend Father stopped, Mazi and Peter, we must have to start up something. You see, these people, the jihad, they are almost completing the jihad. Just like he said, when the idiot called Buhari before he died, he started the government. He took him how many months? Close to a year or thereabout before he appointed. What they were doing was re-strategizing how they want to go. And people don't know. They still use the stupid certain people to propagate non-existent rumor that he's just preparing to select the best. At the end of the day, was he not people like Rotimi Amechi, the criminals that he also selected? Now, people who have already looted the fund, and who will help them to bring the fund they have already looted and invest them in Fulani Caliphate funds so that they will use it to implement the agenda they are pursuing, which is the Islamization of this. People never understood, and when you talk, people were saying he can appoint anybody he wants, even though he want to appoint the best people from his village, he can appoint. How foolish could people do? It's just happening now. The Hunter or Pawai Papa, they call Chief Justice of Nigeria, but they not study law, but Islamic, went to Islamic school, they made him a chief judge. He's openly calling for Sharia law, Arabic to be taught in both primary and secondary school. The only thing the Christian Association could do was only to just write in the page of newspaper. Of course, that man was appointed by the Kaaba. So he can do the highest thing he can do is just only rant. After ranting, he cannot do it. Have you the stage protest for 1, 2, 3 weeks? stay the protest for 1, 2, 3 weeks because of the evil that is befalling the contraction? The answer is no. But what you will hear, you see, I am not against anybody criticizing us, men of God. Yes, many of us are into this Christendom for business. Adeboye is busy telling the world that before he dies, he's going to build a church that is as large as Ibadan City, but not addressing the situation, the killing, the mayhem, the carnage that have befell the contraction, even his followers. What are we into? So, but we must take our own destiny in our hands. This vigilante of a thing, I suppose I 100% in support. That was exactly what our leader wanted to do when he formed BSS. That these evil governors and the criminals, so-called elite in the southeast, ganged up against him, including these criminal urges of carrying the prison man. All of them ganged up to kill him. They killed our men. Killed many people, dismayed our people because they want to eat the crown that fell from the Fulani table. Whereas we are the one that owns that which is on the table. But we are eating the crumb that fell from the Fulani table. What an irony. We must rise up. There is no time. These people are completing the cycle of this jihad. And when they complete it, hey, they stood.
All right, the Wi-Fi, all Wi-Fi is connecting. I don't know what the problem is.
Almost
Okay.
went through this process. Israelite went through this process, but the truth is, in the end, they emerged victorious. We must fight in order for us to sustain our freedom. We must fight in order for us to be free. If not, our story will be different. Therefore, I call up all good men and women of Biafra, wherever they are. It doesn't matter where you come from. We are all together. Let's fight these demons. Let's fight this caliphate and get our freedom. And get our freedom. Where you will practice whatsoever you want to, where you will be free to do anything. Not where people will come and subject you to religion, if devilish religion you don't know anything about. Presently, we thank God that our
Oh boy, still happy. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
sorry, anywhere you are, where you must bring out your money to support this project. Because you are not doing anybody a favor, but you are doing yourself a favor. That is just the truth. We have to rise up to the occasion and to the challenge. Now, one of the weapons we have, but we are going to have is installation of this relay station all over, everywhere.
Yes.
We must make sure this relay station is up and running in every nooks and crannies, everywhere that our people are domiciled. Because you know why? When they hear this gospel often and often, their orientation begins to change. What you hear control how you behave. When they hear this over and over, their orientation will begin to change.
Yes.
I was happy when some persons in Lagos we are calling on phone. We are getting that is a very light milestone. But before, while they are in their shop, you will call their attention, they will not give you attention. As if they will be there after the man acting also.
Yeah.
But at the comfort of their shop, they will be able to eat. Their mentality will begin to change. That is what we are doing. Yes, we need more in Biafra, but anywhere our people are done inside. Because the Bible says, help neither come from the east, nor from the west, nor from the north. For help coming from above. So we must work hard, reach out to all our people in order for our people to come together so that when we are launching defensive mechanism in order to get freedom, we will do it together. We are not going to leave some people behind. Especially support, we work hard to get that done in Lagos. And we're going to be continuing not only in Lagos.
Yes.
Yeah, it is mandatory. It is mandatory that we must get it done. Because you see, these politicians now, they have seen, they have failed. All of them, they have seen they are a bunch of failures. Many people are using them as right. Man, the cow, after all, is right, has always been right. And it has been proved over time. So we must have to support him. He has never disappointed us. Not man is going to disappoint. He has lost his parents all because of this struggle. Adaka has died Many of our members have gone. Many thousands have gone. Remember, 1967 millions went down for these same people. We will not back down now. Except nobody called Biafra is living on the surface of the earth. As long as a man, one mortal person lives that after the name Biafra, he will fight to get this freedom. And the time is now, not tomorrow. The time is now. All of us must have to come. It's better we come now and do it now before it becomes too heavy and too weighty for us to complete. Do you see what is happening in UK now? Do you see that God has put Boris Johnson here? And do you see how he's speaking? He said, if Scotland wants to go, they are free to go. Nobody can compare them. And you see how God is working? All those people that have been blocking us, God is pulling them down. Because the time for the restoration has come. All these things are signs to tell you, they are indicators to tell you that this is the time God wants to restore our civilization and decide to restore. Don't sit behind and be watching. Be among those who make things happen, and do not be among those who watch things happen. But in the end, history will judge each and every one of us the role we have played in the restoration process. Pastor Ekute, thank you very much. God bless you and bless all our people.
Thank you. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA2. We are still taking calls. Let me take another one coming in on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon. My name is Kelechi Mazi. I'm calling from Lagos.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, thank you very much. I am calling from one of the area where our radio is speaking in FM here in Lagos.
Oh, great.
I just since last week we've been trying to go around and find some areas that we've been able to cover. So please, if you are listening from Lagos, we are not getting to your place. One of these days we're trying to see if we can do something so that we at least will cover the whole of Lagos mainland force by next year. If Biafra didn't come by then, Mazi, that is that.
Even if Biafra has come, we'll still cover it. We're not going to stop.
Yes, Mazi. See, what I want to just highlight one or two things on what our brother, Reverend Father, have said. But the main thing I want to say, Mazi, if anything we need to do to get Biafra, those who are listening to me now, we should put that effort. We need Biafra. Mazi, during last week, I drive from Lagos to East. Mazi, if you see what SARS is doing to our people between Ijabode and Ore and the Bini bypass, you will shed tears. I didn't travel with smartphone because somebody told me that they can stop me and begin to search my phone and they will see some Biafra this and that. So I went with ordinary Nokia touch phone. I would have videoed some things, Mazi, and sent to you. If you see how they are harassing our people, some people, Mazi, oh my goodness. You see men that some come from London, some other, they are shedding tears. In fact, they asked that one of them, they asked, you will be one of those people where they sponsor IPOB from abroad. The guy said he's not a member of IPOB. He began to swear heaven and earth. At the end of the day, he paid 100,000. What was his offense? I don't know what they said they find out in his WhatsApp. I don't know. Mazi, our people, they will drive some of them back to the city to collect money from ATM. I'm telling you, this is not what somebody told me. This is what I witnessed with my own eye, especially Bini bypass. If those of us who are coming from abroad, or you have somebody that is coming for expats, please, since Enugu airport is not working, you can use Port Harcourt airport. It's better you go from Port Harcourt than going from Lagos to East on land. It's deadly. You may not get home. You may not get home because the SARS, what the SARS is doing, I'm not talking about the custom now, I'm not talking about police, I'm not talking about soldiers on the road, I am especially about the SARS, what they are doing to our people on the road, Mazi, from the east to Benin. Somebody need to look into it to our people. If your brother have traveled from Europe down to Nigeria, or your sister, and you have not seen him, begin to look for his dead body in the forest because SARS have killed him. That is what they are doing now in that place. Please, if you are coming from abroad, or you are in Lagos, you are listening to me, or you are in Abuja, you are listening to me, you are going to Biafra land in this time. If you cannot take flight, go and look for luxurious. Don't look for smart bus or Ocean on that. Go and enter luxurious. If you are going with your own car, please, if God have saved you from Lagos to Ore, please don't pass Benin bypass. It's better you spend the whole day in Benin town. Follow Benin town. Mazi, our people, we are gone. We are gone. Words cannot express what I saw on the road last week. I don't have enough word to express it. So our people should do anything we can do to get out of this place. First, we have talked too much. I think it is time for action. It is time for action. We need to do something to defend our land. We have these people have. Maza, let me just stop here. But those who are traveling for this Xmas, my brother, if you can't afford flight, please look for luxurious. Even if it takes you 2 days to get your home, follow luxurious bus. Or if you are driving on your car, please, if God have saved you and you go from Lagos to Ore, please don't follow bypass. Just go through Bini and let us see what happen at the rest of the road. That's just what I want to tell our people. We are not safe, including those of you who say you are not IPOB, you are not Biafra. In fact, the people that are fall the victim is those who are not IPOB, because those who are IPOB, we know how to pass our information. But those who are not supporting us, they are the people who are falling the victim most. So if you have your brother here in Lagos or Abuja that is going to use those roads, please advise him if he like. Let him hear. If not, let him go and become an scapegoat. We are under siege. We are in trouble. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you very much, Kelechi. Yeah, that is the truth, and it's very scary. Why it is scary and why it's annoying is that most people think we are joking. But it's all right. That's an Hebrews and I got one day all of them will feel it. All right, let me see another call coming in on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my beloved veteran, our own veteran. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
My will always keep you for us. You will see Biafra. You have fought before. You are fighting again.
Yes, sir.
Thank Kekeko that Biafra is here. The only thing we have to be careful because on your chin, I don't where. Let me reference our leader, Hamadi Komeme, Zoshigu Place, on your chin, the only man that is Zo commander, the jungle of the place called that jungle called Nigeria. The commander, Brutai, in conjunction with that idiot from where is this idiot from Sudan, aka Buhari, killed the parents. There is no problem. He who last best. Yes. That's what we are telling them.
That's right.
Mazi, I appreciate that our beloved brother. He's a hardcore. That Reverend Father is a hardcore. We saw him in America when our leader was there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And equally, we are challenging all of them. People like him. There are too many of them. Mazi, this is our reverence. I thank him. And I want the other ones to emulate him. Mazi, they have a lot of things to do for us. Those of them in Biafra land, even in that so-called Nigeria, the whole reverence will go on road. Like he's saying, it will make him part. They can. What are they doing? Mazi, let them continue to write all the appropriate authorities in the whole world, the UN or whatever they call them, African nation, European Union. Let them continue to bombard them, putting cause, because they are well respected. And they tell their Pope, is he not see what is happening in Biafra land? He went to Mozambique the other day. Where they are going is where there is peace. And tomorrow somebody say we are talking against them. There are good ones among them. There are equally bad ones among them. People who pretend that they don't know what is happening there. And this is there. And when we sort him like we are doing to see, one idiot will come and start talking nonsense. Okay, punish that idiot. Mazi, we are on the right track. And we thank Kekekura for Onion. He come at the right time. I always say it. Mazi, see what Kelechi just said now.
Yes.
I have said this in time and time in this platform, that the people are going to die are those idiots, those people that IPOB who are Muslim. No, I'm not a member of IPOB, but there was a time I told you here. Somebody went. He's still in jail now. Somebody went from London. He has too much money. He's still in prison. There's the DSS dungeon. They found he was going to build a company. They're still holding. They asked him to divide the money. He refused. They put him there. They're still holding him in their dungeon. The other one, they killed him. Just wasted him. They took the money. I told them time and time and time. Our intelligence are very, very working. Let our people boycott that bypass according to Kelechi. If you cannot take flight to Port Harcourt, you take flight to Asaba. There is Asaba Airport. Man, these people knows what they are doing. British is advising them. That's why they close our Imo airport. They close the Enugu airport. These people, Uche had in hand, Mama hand, but at the end of the day, we see how it goes. Man, we have talked enough. That's why we are telling our people, Hana make easy around. We are telling our people, never go. Man, easy around you want there. Our people refuse to understand. We are talking, yes, what is important now, what is needed now here, fortify your town, fortify your city. You know what to do. Me got a win, you got a win, then we hear, I went here, after here, our people don't want to bring money. But you see them opening their hotels today, tomorrow, and I know hotels here and there. And they be animal friends, animal banking, on your Azotala, Zocho.
Yeah.
Yes. It's almost most of them are going now. They will not come back. I said it last week. But if it hasn't to bring that money, borrow all that money, I feel we handle the miscreant. Yes, I will miscreant. Only the what's in your break. I want what I miscreant. I will the cockroach miscreant. Call us anything. We don't care. We are fanatical about the struggle and we are radicals and we must restore it. We tell our people what they don't want to do. They don't want to open there. They don't want to get committed in this struggle. Give all that money. Don't show face. Put the transmitter in your place. That Lagos transmitter we are talking, we initiated it. Yes. People are buying you. But at the end of the day, what happened now? And that's the issue of when I say people say, God, there are things you don't need the leadership to tell you. And what are they telling me?
Yes.
We know the right thing. That's what I believe. And when we initiated it with Jack, now, but people were attacking it, even their national, everybody. But today, it's working. Then who is taking the glory? Can do an amazing. Our people need. I need challenges. Let us take our warrant, carry your warrant anywhere, not here, as long as they are not doing it as in a saboteur way. Because the whole saboteur, none of them will go free. Our veterans said it in Omaka. All of them, those days, when they cut all of them, those saboteurs, they bring them alive. If I'm saying, this is how you people did them those days. Yeah. The saboteurs, I saw one alien and they bring them alive. And we are going to repeat it. The saboteurs are not mother.
Yeah, I know.
So, Mazi, we have to do the needful.
Thank you. Our
people should bring the whole community should come together and guide their town. We are fighting war. I heard them here. No too much talking in evening gospel. Let us continue doing the needful. Go and then try on our fence again. Order. Come inside. You know what is happening, and you do the needful. That's what I want to tell everybody. I still remain okay for the one for my check. Keep all of us. We shall see Biafra. Yes. On your inner check is on a net check. Half plan, but to do it at the end of the day, and when they go out like Biafra in Biafra land, on will be Sirika. Stay there. Oh, yeah, we are here for you, be born on or dear for us. Men and corner again, I have pride doors. I got any group, we go out alone. Have you what? John on one, make sure you see Biafra in the Gaho Biafra. Yes. Be careful. Thank you.
All right, this is Radio Biafra. Like our brother has already said it all. If you can avoid the area only that is Bini bypass, that's what they call it. Please stay away from there. So you're not safe anywhere. I know that in the zoo you're not safe anywhere in the zoo, but my dear, so you have been warned. Stay away from Bini bypass. If you can't find your way to Port Harcourt or to Asaba, they have airports there. You can land there and then move on the road. At least it's safer, a little bit safer, because the story about Bini bypass is not something that started today. It's been on like that for a while, honestly speaking. It has. So sometimes it's even safer to drive through inside Bini itself, because I know it's going to take you time, but to get there, to be late is better than to be late. L-A-T. To be. So if you can run in late, there's nothing you're going home to your home. So you take your time and then get there safely. That's the important thing. All right, I still have a call coming in. Let me see at this time. Caller on WhatsApp. Let's take WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Mazi Almuka, calling you from Nasarawa, Zoo country.
Yes.
My brother, my Chukwu Okikabiyama, bless your heart, bless our leader, bless our Chemofo, and the Mazi Giver, and the okay foreign. My brother, like this, our brother wake up from Lagos. What did this guy talk is true. That thing don't happen for here, from Abuja to Abaji now. Almost 18 people they killed since last week, and this as today now, 18 people.
Wow.
Come on, if you show those people, they go wear army uniform. Today now, waiting there for media for Nigeria. Everybody complain. Problem itself, this is our place for Yoruba people, plus our brothers and the sisters were there for media for Nigeria. My brother, they don't report anything. Somebody called today for Nigeria Info. If you see how the guy they vibrate, the guy said the king brother where come from outside Nigeria last week. The guy come from outside Nigeria. Imagine the guy drop Abuja here. The guy go buy motor. They go one drive go to Enugu State. After Abaji, these people block this guy. If my brother if I see the video, I go send this thing for WhatsApp for you. If you see the guy face, my brother, what did they do that guy? Igbo guy, that Igbo guy, my brother. You see this our flavor for our governors. Well, like God go punish this our people. Our governors are senators. God go punish them one by one. Because see, they close airport through international airport for Enugu State. Or they burn them. Okay, anywhere where they work for East now, everybody keep quiet. Those people plan this thing, they don't plan everything. How our brother from outside Nigeria go drop of Abuja or Lagos, they go trace them from where they from enter motor, come for road to kill those people. May only Chukwu Okikabiyama go deal with this our governors. When they don't see what they happen for this country. They just them Abuja, all of us just camp for Abuja here. Nothing concern them. How the road, my brother, if you travel from Abuja here, if you leave from airport, reach Lokoja, after Lokoja, my brother, no road is zero. Road is zero. What see our brother talk about this guy for this skeleton for Lagos? What did this guy talk? Now the truth. Come on, they don't plan everything. My brother, see, it's almost a month now. If we see that happen from Okene to our side, my brother, no leave God no. They don't kill. They don't declare war for Biafra people. Even though say me, I want travel this maybe next week now. I discuss with my wife how I go use my car travel. Which road? Because if you say move, this is what they tell you now happen. They said that day or 11, this December 11, 6 p.m. and the 6 a.m. That thing happen in the evening and the early in the morning. Come on, who did they find? Na Igbo people. Nobody again. Eh? Come on, this are friends governors. And they tell our brothers where they for Biafra land. Anyway, where they see one person, where they do rally, maybe they try to see one person because maybe they know how us feel here. My brother. Sometimes, if I see what they happen here, they know they report. This is media for Nigeria. All of them sit down for office. Any news where they bring, only news where they see where they report, now news where maybe IPOB publish for media, neither they report. Because they don't report any news. Sometimes I call them last week. I be on Sunday. I tell them it's okay. Now they cry issue for on this chief of judge bring issue of Sharia. Where they remove chief of judge of this is other our brother Onege.
Yeah.
They remove that man. When I tell them they go Google Nnamdi Kanu this thing before review Onege. What is Nnamdi talk? You know what this guy the Igbo guy. He said this is news where they bring. Yeah, you know where I go copy the news. I said this is go Google and go to Nnamdi talk. You know what this guy do?
Oh boy. Oh, your Wi-Fi is disconnecting. And, all right, my brother. I think maybe you can still call me back when your Wi-Fi looks good better, because you are stranded there. Call me back if you can, because I think you had something you were saying that was very good, and unfortunately the network wouldn't let you finish what you want to say. All right, our brothers, my fellow Biafrans, we are saying what we are saying. Everybody's saying basically the same thing. It's about time we wake up and come together and join IPOB. The new media in Nigeria has never reported anything. We know that. All they are doing is just they're earning their salary. They don't want to say something and be gagged tomorrow. Even the one that the Punch said they were going to be addressing for like, the Nigerian government as a regime and all that, that is late coming. They are forced to do it because they don't have a choice. But the truth is that one thing that I believe is that all these people that are killing people on the way, they are less special cases. They even all the 18 people might not be, they could possibly not be a member of IPOB in the midst. So the point is, so joining IPOB too is not for you staying away from IPOB, let's say, not supporting what we are doing. You are not safe. You are not safe. I'm telling you the truth. As long as you live in that place called the zoo, you have a problem. Yesterday, I picked up a clip by one of our sisters here from London talking about the British election and things like that. Very interesting. She made a very good point, and I think it's something I want you to listen to.
Hello. I'm in the ladies' room. It's somehow filthy. I just want to thank God, first of all, for making the Tory win. This is like my second video today. I was rushing to work. Phew, we did it. I still feel sleepy, but it's okay, I'm fine. I just thank God for the win. So let me tell you why the election yesterday was personal to me. In 2016, when David Cameron and Obama, together with the EU bureaucrats, put their hands to bring in Buhari, I really cried. I remember that. I could remember the election, as if it was yesterday. I cried, I prayed, and I said, God, why? Why should Buhari win and all the stuff? Anyway, after praying, I had peace in my heart. But something was also happening then in the UK, and that was Brexit. I remember vividly, when I was praying about Brexit, I told my husband, after prayer and that was out of anger, that Brexit will go through referendum and it will happen. And he was a Remainer. I was a Brexiter. So I spoke to my friends, people in my street. They thought I was crazy. I went to vote, and trust me, that was my first really vote in the UK. I never really voted for anybody. Anyway, I voted for Brexit and it happened. So before that, I was praying and I had a dream. So when I woke up, I told my husband that David Cameron, as he was trying to resign, is going to resign. Theresa May will take over, but she will mess up Brexit, and Boris Johnson will come in and bring in Brexit after some time. And he thought I was crazy. He told me that Boris Johnson would never be the Prime Minister of the UK, and I was like, really? Anyway, to cut the long story short, Theresa May became the Prime Minister, and my husband, as a Remainer, was happy because he felt that, the House will not give her Brexit. Of course, I thought that the House will not give her Brexit. That in my dream, Boris was the one that ushered in Brexit. Anyway, to cut the long story short, my dream came to pass yesterday and the result was announced today. So this is me, thanking God first of all for what he did. I believe Brexit was prophetic for this country. A lot is wrong, and if I am Boris Johnson, this is a time for him to unite everyone. This is a time for him to carve out, what is best for the UK. He should destroy whatever deal he has with EU. For me, the best the UK has at the moment is a clean break, no deal at all, so that they can negotiate and renegotiate their destiny, their path, Emmanuel, you know well. So for me, peace, thank you. For me, I believe, Brexit would do us good. And as an Igbo person, personally, my resolve to pray for Brexit was even more when I went to LSE Library to read, about Biafra War, and I really bled, when I could remember when the Tory MPs were asking, Labour to mandate, go on to lift, sanction on allowing, relief to come to Biafra. They were laughing at the Tory MPs. They told them that, according to the Labour Prime Minister during the Biafra War, he said, and he laughed, that if you cause them to starve, maybe they will not be strong enough to pick up arms. What a way to kill human. And with their evil policy, with the evil policy of Labour Party, millions of Biafrans died just because some people in the parliament, decided not to allow relief, despite the fact that the Tory wanted relief to come to Igbo land. So to me, it is personal. Labour must be disgraced. This is the beginning. I prayed and I said, God, after reading, going through the archive in the library in London School of Economics and Politics, I told myself, how can I support a party that were laughing as millions of Biafrans were dying? I will never support them again. I used to pay them monthly. I used to do direct debit to Labour Party. I will never give them a dime again. And I stand by what I'm saying, that by the grace of God, Labour will be decimated for life. Labour will be destroyed for life. For everything for all the pain they caused my people in Biafra land, they will never win any seat again. And this is the beginning. If you're from the southeast of Nigeria, this is the time we need to pray more. I will do everything within my power, to make sure that Biafra exit happens. I will seek. In fact, I've already started writing to my MP here. I've already started speaking to Stephen Metcalf, who is my MP. I wrote him several times and I told him about the pain that Buhari is causing my people in Nigeria. And one of the letters he wrote me he said that they are monitoring it closely. And I believed he couldn't say much because of the Brexit happening. He won his seat, and I'm going to go back there and I'm going to cry. I'm going to be like that woman in the Bible that Jesus talked about, that kept disturbing the king until the king gave her what she wanted. I will go on my knees and I'll go physically, and I will insist that Nigeria does the right thing for the people of Southeast. We have suffered in their hands, and it will happen peacefully. We will break free from Nigeria peacefully. No injustice lasts forever. So tell Buhari, if you're a Nigerian, that I said we are coming. It's going to be like a tsunami. The blood of the millions that died are crying for vengeance. We must get out of Nigeria. We will get out of Nigeria. UK is breaking out of EU. We will get out of Nigeria. Whether Buhari likes it or not, he can arm every Boko Haram on earth. He can arm every ISIS on earth. Our exit out of Nigeria will be peaceful. I am telling you.
Thank you, my sister. Thanks so much, because I listened to this and I said I need to share this. Honestly, I could have shared it at the beginning of the program, but I was just waiting for the right time to do it. All right, thank you very much. I will see it again. This program that I'm doing today, I'm going to ask our deputy leader, Mazi Mefo, if we can have time to re-air it during the day, so that most people in the zoo who are at work, most people in Biafra land who are at work at this time, will be able to listen to it, especially the information given out by the Reverend Father who are used in starting this program. Meanwhile, let's keep taking calls. More calls are coming in. Let me take this one. Caller on on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Hey, Mazi, this is your brother, Mazi JC, from the National Capital Region of America, otherwise known as Washington, D.C. area. How are you doing?
By the grace of God.
All right, go ahead.
Yes. The reason I'm calling this morning, because of the issue about Jibril going to Egypt and then inviting, his fellow Fulanis to come over and take over our country. I know it's not everything that we're going to come out on the radio to talk about, but I am thinking here that people really need to take this serious, to know that war is already been declared to the people of Biafra, and under the guise of having a country that I try to consider to be a just like a hermit crab. You know how you go out to the shore, you see a hermit crab. A hermit crab, what it does is goes out and it just goes out to the actual crab and eats up the guts of the actual crab, and then they lives in there and walks around under the guise of a crab, but it's really it's an invader. Yeah. So it is the country that we have in Nigeria today. It's very deceptive. It provides a sense of a country, but indeed there is no country. So, and everybody has the legitimacy to fight, to defend their people back home. We all have parents, we have brothers, we have sisters, and we know that that land of Biafra is what has been bequeathed to us naturally. So we have no other choice. There's only two choices. There are only two choices. One, those of us here in America, you forget about your homeland and your brothers, your family, your father's grave, and be contented here in America. Or you say, no, you're going to defend your people who are helpless by being counted, and do whatever you can do, contribute whatever you can contribute, just like as our leader has said, you make that donation, so that we will face this issue squarely. And right here on the ground, no matter what differences some of us have here within the America, within America, we all need to make sure that we get together somehow, and each of us has a senator, each of us has a member of Congress, a House member. We need to contact our House members, each member of Congress in your district, to let them know what's going on. And we should also initiate a campaign within all the IPOB groups in Washington, D.C. area, in the part of America, and make sure that you are doing something physically on the ground to sensitize people to what's going on. So if there's any difference among you, those differences are pale compared to the problem that we have back home. So I'm pleading with everybody to make sure that take this issue very seriously, because there is this foolery, there's this fool and deception that everything is normal, everybody's doing their own thing, nobody's talking to each other, and we are not going to make it that way. So let us make sure that while we come out on the radio and talk, let's make sure that on the ground that we do the needful by going out and campaigning, talking to our senators, and massing ourselves in groups that are able to come up with concrete effort or program to make sure we saturate Washington, D.C. area, and as well as other parts of America with the issues at hand. So this is all I want to say this morning. May God bless Mazen Namdekano. And I, Peter, thank you so much for your effort and the effort of all those that have been broadcasting, bringing their time every day and perpetually to make sure that this news of the liberty and freedom of Biafra is brought to the ends of the whole world. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your call. Let's take another one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program.
Any situation, matter anything, I'll ask God to guide the people, to protect the people, to give you more people wisdom and more knowledge. As in the Garabi Bicho, about and asking to make him the new living, I'm going to have a million. Would you mean do you know? Because somebody draw. We must fight these people. We must win these people, whether good or bad. That's what you are going here. I'm not going to go here. Me and me, but I'm not going to go here. We don't know we have we have to call them. We have the mark on your back on them. I'm going to make a school cut them.
You see?
What's going on here now? Because of all these people that we living from our blood now, all the here now. Everybody now feel we do all us we thank God for that. So I know like that. Can they help handle because you're not very easy. When you have Atom Kahasa December, let's go to that's not a quick when that's not happening. Our blood, then when you have free liberty to do everything they want to do, they have any capacity to do what they want to do. They have any right to support this Biafra we are talking about. They have every 100% to do what they can do because of the way that they see themselves as somebody that we can have one container, we can have better 3 square meters in a day. They feel that the whole thing is over for them. But if they go to their house, if they go to where they come from, they will see intimidation. But where they are living here, there's no intimidation, there's no harassment, there's no any checkpoint in any part of the place they are living. They go at night and they come back at night. Every time they go and come back, there's no problem, no intimidation. We are under person compound, under person country. But where we come from, we are under siege there. They will see everything, they cannot speak. They see everything, they cannot come and support what we are doing. But I'm not going to hear what happened to Zulu. Zulu, nobody can run away for it. Why I belong here also? I belong to the north. You got to take another topic. How for you? If you are going to show here, you got to take a second. I got to happen. I got to happen. How you make a hammer? If you cannot support this struggle, if you live in abroad, you cannot support it to what you are doing. You cannot support it. All this is intimidation. If you go they will see intimidate you. They will see do what anything that you cannot expect they will do for you. And that's why I pray for these people that they want to go home for this year. Anything they see there, let them take it. It's good for them because we under siege. We want to go out. We want to have it there. That's why we're telling everyone to come and support what we are doing. We are not going back, whether good or bad. Therefore, we come in our own time. Or one house, so they have everyone hand better. And one area for that, in the make a hammer. Whether that's in them or come up on them, the same thing, but we are not going back. Only thing I want to say is this moment. Master will be here in Mozambique. Thank you very much, Master.
There we go. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We'll still have a few more minutes to take a few more calls before we call it a day. But like I said, I have had people requesting that this program be repeated, so I'm going to have to. I don't have the power to do that on my own, but I'll speak to our deputy leader to see if we can put it back for you so that some of you be able to listen to it later in the day, because we can't just interrupt other platforms by bringing the program back. But at the time when the system is open and we're able to stream it, so our deputy leader, actually, I will speak to him. Like I said, I've promised to do that. We're still taking calls here, 646-920-4541, 347-241-9768, 929-406-9953, line for the ladies and principal officers. Don't forget, we are still raising funds to expand our radio all over Biafra land, because Happy Lagos is on. We're still going towards Anambra, especially Newi North and South, and the cities around Newi. We are raising funds for that, and please go to make your payment to your local coordinator or your local unit the way you pay. And for those who are not members of IPOB that wish to make donations, they can call Mbadike, to the organizers of this, to find out exactly where they can pay in the money to. But for those of you who have already paid out, because the group is rising, people that are donating are coming up very well, and we are in a WhatsApp group. The number there is 929-326-2732. 33, I'm sorry. 929-326-2733. That's where you put in your receipt. When you make your payment, just Photoshop, snapshot your receipt and put it on that number, 929-326-2733. 2733. Let's take another call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line, your line is open.
Maz, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Maz, my name is Ugudugu. I'm calling from Aba. Maz, my unity is an name to unity. Maz, I congratulate, I thank our leader, Maz Nandekalo. As yesterday night, I hear his speech. Yesterday, I said they are under family meeting in London. I speak in here. I like him when he speaks. It's my string leader, Ohamadiko of Biafra land. I say, Mechuko Kikadama, protect him and guide him, lead him. I know that he will come back very soon. We will see him through, and the zoo will fall. I'm thanking our Africa rep, Mas George Onibe, as our here in inauguration on 8th December, Ugunabo local government area. Maze, I thank him the first. God, take glory that day. I thank him the whole IPOB worldwide. And I'm giving expo for our people that are coming back because this country is very, very corrupt. GSS everywhere, SS everywhere, SAT everywhere. All of them, Maze. In short, only God will help us. Everybody be careful. Anything you know that will implicate you, it's just find a way and hide that in. I beg. This time is dangerous. Maze and Maze Peter Njoko, a great man indeed. Maze, I say me Chuku Kadama, bless Unity Zone as a name in Chuku Okikadiama's name. I pray.
Thank you.
You, Maze.
Thank you. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA2. Let's see. Okay, I think I can go for one more call before we go. But do not forget, like I said, it's very important. We're trying to expand our radio, and we are doing it diligently. If you have not made your donation, please, it's very welcome. And for those of you who have money who don't want to be known and think that they don't want to get involved, you can do it through your friends. You can do it through people that you know that are members of IPOB. All you need to do is let them take instruction from you, pay in the money in their name, and get a receipt, and just post the receipt. It doesn't matter how many times you make the contribution. One person's name can appear several times. Doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it for a friend. You know, people who doesn't want himself to be known. I don't know why at this time anybody should think about that, because we are not safe. We are not safe. Oh, they are not discriminating who they are killing and who they are picking up. As long as you don't speak that language that they understand, and they look at you and you look very clean, for them you're a potential danger. They can do whatever they like, because our so-called governors have already told them that we are miscreants, we are no good. They made a meeting and decided to prescribe IPOB, because they were saying, people were saying before that the IPOB had been prescribed by the government. No, it's the Southeast governors. They sat down in their meeting desperately. They didn't know what to do. Up till now, they don't know what to do. They are confused people, but you know what? They were all paid. They are not even safe themselves. They are just there today because they are useful to the Fulanese. The day they are not useful anymore, they put them where they put Ojus Okalo. And you know what? The jail they might even send them to might not even be in Biafra land. They might go to Zunguru, because Zenguru or Zunguru's, whatever name that they have up there. Don't forget that prison is federal establishment. So they can put them anywhere in the zoo that they like. So if they think that because he's Ojus Okalo, he's going to be in prison in Igbere, no way. It doesn't work like that. They will take him to the north and put him there. And before you know it, all this noise that we're making, it will die down. Because that's Nigeria for you. That's the way things happen in the zoo. Oku, it goes underground. Like our Reverend Father said this morning, we're here watching them. They started with over 6-9 months for him to choose those who are going to work in government. It never happened before in Nigeria, ever. They were having time, taking their time to make sure that they picked the hardcore Fulanis, and they did it. And people are saying, oh, it can never happen. It can. 96, 97% are all from the same tribe. That has never happened in Nigeria. If we 2 or 3 days, it went on the ground. Nobody's talking about it anymore. They start something. They even exchange the president. They had the guts, the audacity to go to Sudan and brought in somebody and they put him there and they call him president because they say they wouldn't do anything. Just do it. They tested it. It works for them. Everything is working for them. Nobody is saying anything. Anybody with Nkechi. That's all they are thinking about. Going to jail, they are scared. Everything is working out for them easily. I have never seen it before. This is exactly the comment that a lot of people made when Reverend Bosu came up with the Islamization video or the audio. People were saying, oh, it can never happen. It can never happen. Not over here. Not over here? How can you say it never happened over here? It's happening. Everything is happening. Court orders are being disobeyed. That never happens in this country. Nobody. Dasuki is still in there. These people are in there. They're locked up. Al-Sazaki, they're inside there. Despite court order to release them, Nigerians will not do anything. They are docile. Not that they are docile. The problem is that we are not a country. We are not a people. They call us democratic country. We are not. Absolutely not. Otherwise, why would all these things be happening? Children get out of school, they can't find work. Workers are not paid. Pensioners forget about them because they are dead wood, according to one of them. That's what they call them. Everybody will make that noise at that time, it will go down. But it hasn't gone. It is still there. The only difference is that they turn it the other way around. You know, they give it a name, they twist the name around, but the idea is the same thing. Ruga is ended. Who told you that? Who told you it's ended? It's not ended. It will never end. Because this has been a long time plan. It could have been worse if there was no IPOB. I swear to God, by now, a lot of people are saying it doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern you, right? Like our Reverend said, he said something that touched me personally. That's why I invited him to the program. Because when you are there and you're feeling it doesn't concern you, the day you will you want to travel to Nigeria and they tell you want to go back and they tell you that your passport is not valid, that they have changed passport, which they have told you does not have a booklet in the embassies. So how are you going to go to the zoo to get one? You can't, because the one you already have is messed up. No airline will take you. Then you will know. But that you will come out. That money where you say you get. The point is that you think you are okay because you know what? I can travel whenever I want to. I can just go there and zoo and show off. Because what I call it is showing off. Most of us go there to show off. Maybe you just grab some tax returns and you go there and they think you have made it. You have not made anything. You have not made anything. In the 80s, I used to talk to my friends. I say, when you go to Nigeria, you go there to show off. You take all the money, you go there. Who buys the money? The people over there. They take the money from you, you come back empty-handed. And you think you're richer than them? But you're not. You're not richer than them. So let's keep this idea. Come together, come out, go to your units, find out where you live. If I heard somebody speak yesterday at the end of, he wasn't a member of IPOB, but the man made a point, something that even concerned people like us. He said when he came to this country, he was thinking of, he swore that he would never spend more than 5 years here and go back. He was even laughing at people who have stayed here. The same thing with all of us. I came before him. You see those who are here, they are moving around. Some of them are old. They've had their degree and everything, and they are here. AJ meeting, you see them. You know, the traditional wear they wear, you discover that something that was made for them many years ago that has gone out of fashion. We laugh at them, but not anymore. Later, I started finding out why they cannot go back. How can you go back to a country that where nothing is safe? Look at the way people are being killed. You can be killed for nothing. And the funny thing is that the media will not even report it. So you are just like you're dead and dead. Who is going to save this situation? We, those of us in diaspora. It is time. First of all, I have told you, I've said it before. Start rejecting this word Nigeria. Reject the passport. You are better off not having it, because you know what? They can close it, they can shut it down anytime, and you won't be able to travel. I've instituted a litigation with a lawyer. I'm telling you what I told him. I've never had Nigerian passport. I've not had it since 6-7 years ago. I don't even know if I ever had it, because I've forgotten about it a long time ago. I have my U.S. passport, and I'm trying legally. That if it's a place in the passport say place of birth Nigeria, I'm trying to change mine. I am trying, and I will succeed. Trust me, I will. The court is here. I can prove to them that I wasn't born in Nigeria. I was born in Biafra land. Calabar is the place I was born. I have a birth certificate. My parents are from Newi, so there's no way. I have no connection with Nigeria whatsoever. I am going to fight it. I'm going to fight it, and I'm going to win. I'm going to change my passport. The place of birth is going to be Biafra, honestly. Rather than say place of birth Calabar, it's okay that way, even if you don't want to say Biafra. Take that thing Nigeria off my passport, because of no use to me. So like I promised you, I'm going to see with our deputy and see if there can be a time, the day where I can have a repeat broadcast of this, because I need people to listen to the Reverend Father, honestly. I just need a lot of people to listen to it. Somebody had already called to make that request, and I'm going to try my best to see if I can log in anytime that there's space for me to do that. All right, from me to you, Mazaloze is getting set to come on board, so please stay tuned. This is Radio Biafra USA 2 going off the air. From me to you, it's goodbye. See you again tomorrow at the same time.